ValleyFlyin, we just got a Yuletide deck of fate announced for Hilvi, the Rime-called. Looks to be a great champ, but is it worth going for this character? We'll talk about her kit, who this champion is for, and some past deck of fates to see what you would need if you want to participate in this. And if you're ready for all that, you know what to do, ValleyFlyin. Find that like button and let's go smash it. Welcome back to the ValleyFlyin Raid channel. I am ValleyFlyin. I hope you're having an excellent day. I hope you're ready for another deck of fate. Yeah, the fusion is going on right now, but there's a deck of fate starting in the middle of it, as kind of was expected based on some of the past events around the holiday season, around Christmas. We're gonna talk about the champ, what you need to get it, and if you get some value from the video today, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, ring the notification bell so you know as soon as a brand new Raid Shadow Legends video goes up. At least 6 Raid videos every single week on this channel. Let's go over to Reddit to talk about the announcement on Monday, December 22nd. Plan to launch a Yuletide deck of fate where you have a chance to obtain Hilvi, the Rime-called, and other valuable goodies. And you're gonna earn points by summoning souls from soul stones. So hopefully you've been saving your soul stones for this event, getting artifacts and accessories. So summoning souls and it's kind of like dungeon divers here. For this event, you'll be able to collect champions fragments for Hilvi, the Rime-called. 30 will be under common green cards, 10 of them. 40 will be under 8 rare blue cards, and 30 of them, 10 each per card, will be under 3 epic cards. Pin rarity will be disabled for the event, and the event is going to last for 96 hours. But before we get into the rest of the details on the event, who the champ is for, I do want to remind you, it is a great time to start a brand new Raid Shadows account right now, or maybe starting a second account because of the 7-day login for this guy's Xenomorph. It is ending mid-January, and if you want to start a brand new account, use the QR code that just popped up there, or the link in the description. That will get you off to a triple epic, triple legendary start. You're start off with Narma in your account right away. She has some great synergy with the Xenomorph. Poison damage dealer is going to help you with a lot of boss content. And as soon as you have Narma in your account, enter one of these codes for another legendary champ right off the bat. Now you can go 2 directions with this. You can get Sun Wukong from the Monkey King code. That is who I use. He is an excellent arena champ, great for PvP content. But if you really want to dominate the bosses, go after clan boss and a few things like that, Desert Queen gets you to Honorak, and she has some great synergy with not only the Xenomorph, but also with Narma. So great start with Honorak. And then as you continue to level up your account, you'll get Uugo, Tagoar, and Alure, all great for progression in the game. Let's get back into talking about Hilvi, the Rime-called, the Deck of Fate champion. She looks very good, has some great synergy with Tormund the Cold, who was I guess a Titan event 2 years ago. So this is the partner champ for Tormund. Some really good synergy with Tormund. So taking a look at her passive, whenever enemy receives a freeze debuff, this champion steals 1 random debuff from them, places the HP burn on them for 2 turns, and decreases their turn meter by 10%. So freeze champs are who's going to synergize well with this. The champs that I have that I can think of right in the blue. Obviously, if you have Tormund, it's a great synergy there. If Tormund is on the same team, the passive gets even better. Fills his turn meter by an amount equal to the turn meter decreased by this skill. If there are multiple champs on this skill, only one will activate. This skill will not activate a duplicate can't, or if this particular champ is dead. So it's a pretty strong passive, and even stronger if Tormund is on the team. Tormund's a strong champion himself. He gets so much stronger with Hilvi. All right, the ultimate, or the A3, provides all dead allies 50% turn meter, 50% HP, and 30% turn meter. Block damage buff on all allies for 1 turn, 30% increased speed buff on all allies for 1 turn. We'll place these buffs even if no allies were revived, so it gives you a chance to get back into fight for your dead allies with that block damage, more turn meter. No allies were revived by this skill. Also fills the turn meters of all allies by 25%. So gets a 25% turn meter increase for everyone else. So I guess you could still use this. Still valuable to use this even if you're not reviving. 4 turn cooldown when fully booked. The A2 also activates Tormund's A2. Removes all buffs from all enemies. Places a freeze debuff on all enemies for 1 turn, which should activate her passive. Tormund is on the same team, instantly activates the Blizzard Rage skill. Its cooldown cannot be decreased or reset. So you can't decrease this. I guess it would be too strong if you could decrease this, because you could just kind of spam this move over and over and over again with a decreased champ. Reset, that is a good thing though, which means that you can't do the reverse effect. 3 turn cooldown when fully booked. Let's go take a look at the Blizzard Rage, the A2 from Tormund the Cold, because that is going to activate instantly when Hilvi does her A2. Removes all buffs from a target enemy, attacks the target for 2 times, steals all buffs if the target is under a freeze debuff, who ignore defense if the target's under both a freeze and an HP burn debuff. So she is going to place that freeze, should get that HP burn from her passive. He's going to do this move, which means that he is going to ignore defense from this move. Strong synergy right there. And then moving on to the A1, which will also activate the A1 of Torment the Cold. Attack one enemy 2 times. Each hit 50% chance of placing a 60% decreased defense debuff for 2 turns. Goes up to 75% when fully booked. Torment's on the same team, 25% chance, which I think this goes up to 50% chance. I think this debuff buff chance goes up there. Instantly activates a Rime-Fire skill, and her damage is based on attack. The Rime-Fire, again, is Torment's A1. And what that's going to do, can attack all enemies. So AoE attack, 50% chance of AoE attack when Torment's on the field. 15% chance of placing a freeze debuff for 1 turn. Goes to 25% when he is fully booked. Instantly activates this skill when an enemy under both freeze and HP burn takes damage from the HP burn debuff, which means that once they get damage from the HP burn debuff from Hilvi, will also activate the A1s. You're going to get a lot of A1s from Torment if you have Hilvi on the same team. Hilvi is a good champ, even without Torment, so I'm going to go for her. I probably would go for her even if she was a bad champ, just because she's a legendary. Add to my collection, I probably would go for her anyway. But yeah, this is a very strong move. We get Revive, really strong Revive, 4-turn cooldown. We have a remove all buffs from all enemies, freeze debuff on all enemies for 1 turn with a 3-turn cooldown. And then the A1, attack 1 enemy, 50% chance with the decreased defense debuff. But if we go to hellhades.com to take a look at the most recent deck of fate, the hothead deck for Raphael, could be very similar, could be exactly the same, could be a little different. Now, we do know that we're not going to be able to pin points. For the Raphael event, you were able to pin chests for the rarity. You're not going to be able to do that with the Hilvi's event. But it looks like these rewards are exactly the same. If we look at where these rewards, 30 fragments under 10 common green cards, that is what we had for Raphael. 40 fragments under 8 rare cards, that's what we had for Raphael. Looks like it can be the same exactly for Hilvi. And then 30 fragments under 3 epic purple cards, and that is exactly the same there. Now, as far as the points, we don't know what they're going to be. We're probably going to find out Monday. But what they have for Raphael, each Mortal Soulstone, 70 points. Each Immortal Soulstone, 700 points. So Mortal Soulstones, you should be saving these. You can get a lot of these, and every 10 is worth 1 Immortal Soulstone. So if you have a lot of Mortals and don't have a lot of Immortals, it could be worth it for you to pull for this event. Eternal Soulstones reward 5 times as much. So if you have these, those are big points that you could score. What I have in my inventory right now, and I may be doing some purchases to up this a little. If we go into my inventory, I have some Eternal Soulstones. We had a lot extra saved up from Raphael, saving a lot for Raphael. And we have 79 Mortal Soulstones. So that's about equal to 7 of these Immortals. So we have 7 Immortals. And then in our Mystic Market, we can get 7 more of these. Can we get any of these? No, not yet. We are a little short, but a lot of times when awakening these, you're going to be selling some of these duplicates, some of the ones that you don't want. You could get more of these points in your Mystic Market, which could allow you to get more Mortals, Immortals, or Eternal. Actually, not the Mortals. You're only getting these 2 things. So Immortals and Eternal Soulstones. Now, as far as gems, saving up a bunch of gems to do Dungeon Divers for this is another strategy that you use for this instead if you don't have as much soul stones there. So I think people are saving about 2,000 or so of these gems. Every 40 of these gems get you about 130 energy, assuming you have the max level cap right there, or the max energy cap right there. So for 2,000 of those gems, that is about 50 energy refills. That is about 6,500 energy there. That may or may not be enough to get all the decks. Now, normally with these deck of fates, going back to the Raphael deck, there are 40 cards. Each flipping costs 1,000 of these. So you would need 40,000 points, but we don't know with the point values. I'm assuming the gear hunters, the dungeon divers, they get artifacts and accessories will be same amount for this. But what we don't know is the summon souls from soul stones. there was a more expensive deck for Freya. There was some cheaper decks for Ballard the Lost, so we'll see what the deck for Hilvi is. Now, if you were a spender in the game, I spend a little bit in the game because I do make content. There are a couple offers I do want to make you aware of. This one is when you go to the pack calculator on hellhades.com, they're selling this for 64, and it has a value on Hell Hades of 72. So if you're a spender, this might be something you might want to get. But as far as these Soulstone deals, if you're just looking for points for the Deck of Fate, well, if we're using the same valuation from Raphael, which again, it may be totally different when it launches on Monday. We look at what this costs, $60 for 12 normal Soulstones, Eternals, and then Immortals. You get 2 of them for that $60 cost. But if we look at the points that you get for this is 6,440 points. This is 7,000 points. You're getting a little more points with this, but you get more chance to get more better souls for characters. So really depends what you want. If you're just looking for more pure points, the cost per pure points, this is going to be a little bit more points. This one will get you a little bit more silver and a little more chance to get some other characters, so potentially more souls that you could sell. So I'm gonna go for Hilvi. I may buy some offers. So I'm gonna go for Hilvi. I may buy some offers this weekend if something really enticing pops up. Let me know what you're gonna do. I'm still going for the Yukimasa fusion as well. Are you going for both these characters, one of these characters? If you are, let me know what you're doing. Hopefully they get some value from this video, helping you to prepare or decide one way or the other if you're gonna go for this Titan event. If you got some value, leave the video a like. Check me out on social media. Check out some of the other videos on the channel, and I will see you guys next time. Obviously, if you want to start up that new raid challenge account, use that QR code up there, and have a great rest of your day. Thanks for watching, guys. Hulk fist bump, ValleyFlyin out.